Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same with the Grizzly Gentleman, 10% off at checkout on your fantastic beard products. Or you could shop via the TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below to help support the show. And last but of course not least, you can go to Grey Viking Games with the affiliate link below to pillage some sweet arena codes. Happy birthday, Bolas Day, to me, Theoric6. I'm now 27, or in the binary I do, I'm this many. For me, the way I count is that this is 0, this is 1. I know technically it's like you usually do like this is off, this is on, so this would be 1. I prefer doing this. It's easier for me to do. Regardless, today it is Wednesday, which means it is Bolas Day, but for me it's Tuesday, which means it's my birthday. I didn't do all that much. That's how I like it. Anyway, I did make some modifications to this deck. Namely, I took out the Consign to Oblivions for the Liliana Triumphs that were in the sideboard. Those have been replaced by 2 Abrades and 1 Cry. It's pretty obvious why I would do that. The Liliana's Triumph are good in general. Even against more control-y decks, they do still have value. That's why I have them in the sideboard, because they're decent. So I figured I should put these in the main. It makes it so that my main deck is a little bit better against more aggressive strategies. And then having an additional board wipe in the sideboard is great, plus even more removal. I haven't changed up the mana base. It should be fine. Really, the only card that is below 90% on curve is Drowned in the Loch, and Drowned in the Loch isn't something that we plan on playing on curve. So I am still really liking the kind of discard-centric Bolas deck. It's a fun take. This hand is slow. They kept 7, which is not the best. I can turn 1. Yeah, okay, I will keep this. They said hello, I'll say hello. So what I can do is I can turn 1, play one of these tapped. Turn 2, play, not play, but turn 2, I can foretell this. Turn 3, I can play this tapped, cast this. Turn 4, I can play Tergrid's Lantern. Okay, so we're going up against what looks to be straight up Sorcerous Control. We also have another 4th drop. 4th drop? I'm smart. Okay. So they know I'm Grixis, they know I foretold. They're playing with Commit to Memory, so I assume this is probably going to be a Torrential Gearhulk style deck, which makes me think that my opponent is... Oh, they're playing Esper. Okay. Interesting. So I get to get the Skull Raid off, which is not what I thought would happen. I did not expect that I'd be able to do this. So we do want to play this tapped, because it has to come in tapped. We'll go ahead and essentially pay for this Narset. We'll see what 2 cards they get rid of. Now, it does help their Sorcerous Canta, but that's kind of the game I have to play. I'm wondering if I should play Tergrid on, or the Lantern on 4. Why haven't I used the Lantern's art? I think this is, I mean, at this point they have to know that I'm not playing very many creatures. And then getting rid of the Maze Mind Tome. I actually disagree with this, because this can draw them more cards. They got rid of a main deck Grafdigger's Cage, absolutely fine, makes a ton of sense. They should, by now, know that I'm not going to be playing stuff from my graveyard, most likely. So they are on Esper Control. Interesting. Yeah, they decided here to hold up mana. Makes a ton of sense. Since I did draw an additional Ravager, I'm going to play the Ravager this turn. Almost certainly going to get absorbed here. Or makes it, it'll be 5, then they can 6. That's probably fine. I mean, you absorb this every time, right? Yeah. Okay, so this can potentially be on 6, so they might get an early-ish Kanta off. The issue with our deck as is that we really can't afford to be running land destruction, essentially, like what's the Field of the Dead style effect. 5 mana to fairy.
No time for a break.
Oh, we should just cast the Bolas. God, casting the Bolas and killing this would have been not awful. They get rid of this. Yep. They can flip their Ascanta now. I don't know. I feel like I maybe would have kept that Ascanta as well. Because you're getting more card selection, which when you're probably, I mean, they've seen a lot of discard from me.
Let's take it back.
That's interesting. But when they've seen that amount of discard, ah, damn. I can't draw, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot. So I actually needed to kill this. This was like an onboard threat. That's an oops. That's definitely an oopsie. Let's see. I don't think Leyline Void's worth it. Necromentia is almost always worth it for me. Spyglass is good. Eliminate. Don't want to eliminate here. I didn't see any creatures from them, and I don't expect to. So I could probably just get rid of the Triumphs for the eliminates. Let's see. Thirst is still okay. It's not the best. So I think I'm going to cut a couple Thirsts. Maybe I don't bring in the eliminates. Going first. Yeah, I don't care about eliminate. Yeah, me no smart. Me didn't see onboard trick. This place always gives me too much ice. So I put some apple juice in there. I need to refill my apple juice. As my opponent takes a while for their sideboarding. Good times. You know what? There was a personal question for me on my Discord. Oh goodness. Well, I was gonna answer it, but of course my opponent finally came back. Yeah, we keep this hand. And we're going to play this on black turn 1, and Thoughtseize my opponent. I'm going to take their Thoughtseize, because then I'm going to Thoughtseize their search, play this tapped. So I assume they're going to play this. Yeah, I think they're going to play this tapped. The reason you play this tapped is because you have this, so you want to get that blue out. Play this tapped, then we seize Thoughts. We get rid of the search. Then they're going to play this tapped. I guess they could possibly play this, but I feel like this tapped is better. Okay, they might just Secular Shark. They're going to Thoughtseize me. Okay. They top deck the Thoughtseize. Makes sense. I'm going to lose my threat. We have an answer, but, well, that's fine. That actually might... Well, if they don't have another blue source, then I get to just run this Liliana out for free. We lose the Bedevil, but that's only if we draw something better. All this is predicated on the fact that my opponent doesn't play a a blue source here. Obviously, I'm hoping that they don't. And they didn't. But they still did this. Do I need double blue for anything in this deck? No. I got Tergrid. I'm gonna cast the Liliana here. I guess they can, like, Shark Typhoon? Do I keep the Bedevil or the Tergrid? I think I keep the Tergrid? Yeah. I assume they're gonna cycle the Shark Typhoon. Yeah. See if they can find anything that they would rather discard, but they're possibly gonna discard the Loch. I don't care about alting with this Liliana, I just care... Like, right now that's at parity, so... I think I'm just gonna get rid of the Devil. Because if I can have the Lantern and the Liliana out at the same time, I can really just eat away at my opponent's life total and resources at the same time. Which is just what I want to do. Query a while ago asked me a question that he said, oh, interesting.
Get a grip, Liliana.
Not what I expected. I am just going to play this tapped. And I'm also just going to play the Lantern here. Yeah. We do have to Lantern first. So our opponent has a spot here. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do this first. They discard? I don't. Why would you not? I guess they like all of these cards. But like, this hurts them more. They should lose that Absorb, dude. Yeah, it's so unlikely that the Absorb is going to help. Okay, sure. Anyway, yeah, overly personal question. I know you have said in the past that you are interested in memory, but are there any specific things that you want to research? If this has already been answered or is violating some ethical rule, feel free to not answer. That is not even remotely too personal for me. So yeah, right now I'm studying Judgments of Learning, as well as, well, I'm writing up a paper on Judgments of Learning, and I'm finishing up data collection on nostalgia, specifically the potential effects of nostalgia against the negative effects of stereotypes. That's what I'm doing right now. But false memory is interesting to me, which is folded into eyewitness memory. But autobiographical memory, I guess in general, is what I enjoy. And then they asked another question. Purely hypothetical. If someone wanted to get you a Steam game, would you accept it? If so, would you play it? And if yes, for the prior two, would you stream, record it? Obviously, depending on the game. Yes to essentially all of those. If you guys want to randomly give me games, I'm not gonna say no to that. This is fine. I don't love it, but it is fine. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, goodbye to that. Then we're gonna go and do this. I assume they're just gonna take the 3 here. They might sack the shark. They did sack the shark. That's interesting. I mean, I'm tapped out. I've like no reason not to just do this now, and this at least forces them to either lose 3 or lose the Teferi, because this is non-land permanent. Yeah, they lose the 3 here. That is fine with me. Okay.
We need to move.
But yeah, I would absolutely accept games if you want to give them to me. I will. If you do send me, like, if you do buy a game for me, I will try my best to make a video on it. Obviously, it would go on the second channel, because this I'm trying to keep this channel as like just Magic. But I would still do it. Skull Raid. Little bit of Skull Raid in my life. Do I want to just cast this? Trying to think if I want to activate this first or cast this first. They still don't have double blue. Or discard a card. Do I want to, I guess I'd be fine drawing Liliana. Although they have Thoughtseize in the deck. I think I'm just gonna do this first. That is fine because it doesn't actually do anything. Also fine. You're gonna discard. I don't understand that. They're gonna discard potentially better cards. That had to have been the last card that they drew. So now I'm going to force them to lose another 3 unless they want to rely on top decks. Alright, they're at 4.
Hold that thought.
Then the plan next turn, I guess, is to just play out my Liliana. They know I'm drawing Liliana for what it's worth. Going to activate this. Okay, they discarded that. They've been through 2 Dovin's Vetoes.
This battle is going to end on my
Okay.
terms. You
They drew 2
think
lands.
too much.
Swag. I don't. I guess they kind of have to, but like, they're dead to either of these if I get them empty-handed. I mean, I guess they might have to sack them. I mean, the thing is, like, they can minus their Teferi. I mean, it's not great for them. Like, we're in a good position. We're in a good position. I'm trying to think of, like... It sucks that I have to fight this deck again, dude. I'm liking the Lantern so far. Liking the Lantern. Alright. Opponent's deciding to draw instead of bouncing one of these. Reasonable for what it's worth. They play a land. They have 2 cards in hand. They play a Narset. Get another card.
Keep an open mind.
That does not help you necessarily. I can't cast that. They might just get rid of Narset. But I can't play this Thought Distortion, so I'm gonna untap this. Okay, they decide to cycle it. They discard. Interesting. I can force a discard, in which case they have to sack this. I guess I could sack this. Alternatively, I could kill this. But I wouldn't be forcing a discard. I'd rather force the discard.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
So they have to sack something here. I assume they'll still sack the shark, because now they can use Teferi's -3 without losing the Teferi. This is so much closer than I'd like it to be. Kroxa would be a fantastic draw. They decide to sack that. Okay. Which means they might be Teferi bouncing the Lantern? But hitting my Liliana does very little here.
Rude.
Because she's going to be around next turn and the turn following. Yep, they bounce the Lantern. So if I can get any other... Okay. Then they're going to plus.
Right on schedule.
Still, if I get any discard spell,
No
they
time
die.
for a break.
Not what I was looking for, unfortunately.
Sorry.
So they've been through 3 of their 4 Teferis. I still had the Liliana. They get to plus here. I'm looking for
Keep up the pace.
Bolas, Davriel, Bedevil, Spyglass, Skull Raid, maybe Thoughtseize. Okay. So we have to cast this first. This also would block if it resolves. Cool. Get rid of another card. Okay.
I have no interest in fighting
So I
fair.
think my opponent will... That's a surprise. I guess it doesn't actually matter. Although it does mean that Davriel has a potential to win now. But my opponent will likely just bounce my Ravager so that they can kill my Liliana. Sure.
I'm not ready for you quite yet.
Do I play Tergrid or Tergrid's Lantern?
I'm a survivor.
I'm not gonna give up, I'm a survivor, keep on surviving. How many? I've been through 1, 2, 3 of their Dovin's vetoes, and like none of their absorbs. If they have an absorb here, they've turned the corner, and it'll be very hard for me to win. Sacrifices a permanent. Discards a card. I think I have to do this. But I mean, if they have an absorb here, we're pretty much... Yeah. There's not really anything we can do about that.
Hold that thought.
27 cards left. Skull Raid's still okay. But Devil is helpful.
We need to move quickly.
I'd rather kill the Teferi on their turn so that I have more potential for resolving my Bolas. Because they only have 2 blue. That's interesting. So they've been through all of the Teferis.
Out. I'll have a better plan next time. Hold that.
24 cards. They've seen 20 more cards than I have. The issue is that they get to untap 4 lands, so they'll have 6 mana. So I will probably still not be able to resolve this Bolas. They have 2 absorb left in the deck. Okay. That at least gives me a 2-for-1. There's a 3-turn clock on me. That sucks, because that card essentially is useless. Commence the end game. That's fine. If we top deck a untapped land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we top deck an untapped land, we might be able to do some cool stuff. Do they have any good instant speed kill spells? Not for Bolas. Doesn't seem that way. They just attack for 4. which makes a lot of sense. Well, I have Drone in the Loch. Do they have another Shark Typhoon? Oh, come on. Dang. It's hard fought. Just couldn't get there. Considering they drew 20 more cards than we did. We did alright. It's matches like that where you really miss the Search for Canto, because being able to maintain card advantage later in the game is what really helps you out against opposing control decks, and unfortunately, this version of Grixis doesn't have access to stuff like that. No, right. Like, I really want to keep this hand. You max out at 4 CMC. We're going second. Our opponent mulligans. We have, I guess, just 2 turns. The first turn. Second turn. No, we'd have 3. We'd have 3 draws in order to get a land. And according to the calculator, I still have like a high 80% of that succeeding. I'm gonna keep it. No, that wasn't a land. Guildgate. Excuse me, what? We're playing against Gates? What year is it? Okay, awkward. This is instant. Got there. Yikes. We can counter a guild summit. They can cast another guild summit. They didn't have another one. Unfortunately, we didn't draw another land. Ah! Angel, that's fine. Thank you very much. Actually, I think I'm gonna play Liliana here. Yeah, I'm gonna play Liliana here. Get rid of my
right to choose my own fate.
Second Tergrid.
And yours.
I may not need the Bedevil, but I also might.
We're doing things
Grazer,
my way.
sure. Well, sure. Pulse. Unfortunate, but sure.
Fine. I can see I'm not wanted.
Alright, them's the breaks. Yeah, expected that.
I will spare you in exchange for eternal servitude.
Servitude. Dude. That sucks. They drew so many of their grazers.
I cannot exploit.
Oh, dude, that's sad. That said, I'm just going to kill you. Then I'm going to slowly whittle away your life total. I guess I should have drawn first.
I dwell in the shadows. Much easier on my skin.
My schemes are never ending.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
Yeah, they gotta keep playing. Yeah, they have to keep playing things, or else they would lose to that. I'm sorry, I forgot. Other than a basic land, bruh. I mean, it's funny. Weathered Runestone, activate will be the source of the chosen card name. We don't know if they're playing Maze's End, but they might be playing Maze's End. I don't think there's enough stuff like this for me to care about. I do not expect I need Bloodchief's Thirst at all. I guess I'll get rid of a Triumph. Do I want to keep the Triumphs or the Thirsts? Let's do 1 and 1, I guess. Thirst or Triumph still works with Liliana, but they might be bringing in like Colossi or something like that. I doubt it, but they could be. So I want to have something that can hit them. I assume that they're running Hydroid Krasis. The hand's a little slow, but it's fine. It checks out. Especially since my opponent's deck is inherently going to be slow. That is slower than I expected, to be honest. But at least we'll be able to raid them. Guild Summit. Yep, gotta sneak it down. We're just gonna discard them over the course of the next couple turns. So they got rid of a Maelstrom Pulse. I assume they have another. This is unfortunate. They currently don't have red mana, which is why I'm playing this. Because their Gates Ablaze is okay. Kunis Ultimatum, gotcha. Circuitous Roots are going to draw 2 cards. Unfortunate. They do have red as well. They do have this. Surprise. Negate. Interesting. Then we're going to play this on red. Play Dav. To make them discard.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
That! I'm giving them a run for their money when it comes to the fact that they just love drawing cards. Got rid of another Maelstrom Pulse, so they either drew another one. Let me just double check. They're missing 2 gates? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're missing 5 gates. Alright, I'm blind, apparently. Golos. Golos dies real easily. I already have Amazes in now. What would they be getting here? Okay, not Field of the Dead. Interesting. They're just getting more gates, I suppose. I can kill that with Bedevil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn. Interesting. I definitely want to kill that. Black, black. I mean, I technically have plenty of black. But I also don't need much blue, so. Let me see what they discard.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Interesting. I have to kill this. Hope they didn't keep another. Okay. They'll lose 2 more.
Loneliness can
They need 4. I'm glad I brought in the
Good luck
okay.
with your little duel.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need 3 more. Could really use a Sorcerous Spyglass or a Necromentia, please. Either one of those would be fine with me. Looks like they're gonna. Nope, they're gonna play another Guild Summit. Gonna counter the crap out of that. I do not need them drawing more cards. Next turn I can Kroxa. If I top deck a land, do I want to use it? I don't know. Well, I didn't. Definitely will attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The issue is Gates Ablaze like wrecks me, so I think I would rather play a Davriel here and get rid of the last card in their hand.
I do hope that empty your mind.
Okay.
Struggling? Good.
Okay. They have 9.
Perish the thought.
So I think I lose. Yeah, they might just be at 1. You lost with them at 1.
Whiner.
I guess I just mulligan harder for those. Yeah, I guess maybe I just mulligan harder for those. We get to go first, which is nice. Well, We don't have the mulligan. Do I keep this, though? Yeah, I'll keep it. Okay, didn't want to see that. You know, it's fine. I'd like to not draw land for, like, the rest of the game. Explore, that's fine. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and hit... Actually, do we want to hit Maze's End? Because doesn't that come in tapped? Yeah, it comes in tapped, so it's better just to hit one of the other gates. We're going to hit one of the other gates. We want to hit one that isn't in play already. They have Ruinous Ultimatum. So we could hit the black-red gates. Although, they probably have more green. Green-red? Sure, let's hit the green-red gate. Just collecting information. Okay, they're gonna have very few ways of... They're gonna have very few ways of killing me. Explore, don't have a blue source, that's untapped. They didn't get a land at all. That's actually pretty sick for me. Here... They can Maelstrom Pulse. I think I would rather than Maelstrom Pulse my Davriel. Although I can play Liliana, and then next turn I can Davriel and hold up Drown the Loch. I have to keep Liliana, I think. I think I want them to Maelstrom Pulse my Davriel, even if they ramp. I think just getting this Liliana to ultimate is one of the ways I can win this game. So they just Maelstrom Pulse this, that's fine.
This has been a waste of my time.
This has been a waste of my time. Plus this.
Seize the day, my minions.
They can still use the Maze's End to guarantee land drops, but they're going to be a little bit hard-pressed to win with it, which is nice. So yeah, they just do this. That's fine, I guess. They can Thought Distortion me next turn, I suppose. Likely won't matter. Anything that we care about resolving, we can just resolve. Right? I guess we don't care about resolving anything here. I wonder if they even cast the Thought Distortion now.
Sorry for your loss.
I guess they still should. Huh, they didn't. Yeah, I just don't want you to draw more cards. I guess they can negate that. But now they can't draw as many cards off of it this turn, so that's fine. It does mean that the Thought Distortion probably just goes. Okay. Okay, deck. Give me non-lands. Preferably things that I can use.
I really don't
They keep the
care
Thought
about your
Distortion?
plans.
Why? I guess it hits things in my graveyard, but Kroxa, it doesn't hit creatures. I guess I have to kill the Golos here.
Get out of my way already.
Okay, Darylin. Yikes.
This was a wasted opportunity.
They can't win with this. That's a gate. Fudge. I should have just hit Maze's End. I forgot that was a gate, my dude. I mean, for what it's worth, the fact that I'm drawing a ton of lands is not helping me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only had 5 real cards this game. I should just hit Maze's End. I don't think it matters. I think I've lost. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've lost. Unless they top deck the mazes. Oh, they probably top deck that last one. And then they play it and I lose. Yep. They activate Maze's End here. And I lose. So I won both of my games, my matches last week. And I lost both of them this week. I think all of them were against control, weren't they? I'm pretty sure all of them were against... Oh, no, was last week against aggro? I can literally look at my freaking video. You dum-dum. You dum-diddly-dum-dum. You do-do-la-la-la-la-la. Let's open a pack while I do this. YouTube, why? Just load my video. Holy crap, it refuses to load. Okay, let's go to this. Scroll down here to the newest video. Let us click on it. No, god damn it! Ah! Fucking pause. Shut the. Thank you. What did I fight? I fought vampires, Mardu vehicles, and then Golos. Every week, just different things happen. I don't know what to do about it when it comes to Bolas. I just don't know. Maybe I'll give Curve Bolas another go. Where it's more of a Grixis mid-range. Maybe I should do that. Give that more of a go. This I don't know. I never hated any of my cards. I just lost. That second one against the Gates deck was just me being stupid. I've totally forgot that they added another gate. I was like, oh, there's only 10 gates. There's no way my opponent could win. I should have just hit Maze's End. Yeah, that was very stupid of me. This deck doesn't really have the card advantage that I think it needs. Yeah, not much of a deck talk this time. I don't... Yeah, next week, we're doing something different next week. We're going to do something different next week. I hope you all have enjoyed this. Thank you for watching this video with me. Despite the fact that I lost, I still enjoy playing Bolas, so it's still a good birthday gift. Oh, speaking of gift, I'm kidding. But I do have a PO box if you want to send me nonsense. I'll open it on camera, unless you don't want me to. I would like to thank all of my patrons for the continued support, especially Fogwin Malik and Balater. It really does help out the show. Feel free to join them. Links are all in description and stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, all will be one.